this, but I still don't like the Cho.
You've hated on the Cho ever since it popped up, man.
Yeah.
You know what? Hey, sometimes you just got to go with what you think is going to work. And Ogwin picking up the Cho. They have, I guess, it's more so of in line with let's go ahead and play around the arrows, go play around the kicks. You know, Alice seems to be the case there for Team Falcons, just because, again, you can set up, you can kind of give space to the rest of this lineup of Team Falcons. So if they don't necessarily get a kick, they're leading with that Throne of Ruin flicker combo from Flap. Now this last pick is going to be what rounds out Aurora Gaming. It's going to be the XP lane here for Lunar, who I would say more often than not gets to play the Barretts. Well, since they banned it out, he's going to go ahead and grab at the Ruby. So this is a lineup with a whole lot of crowd control and whatever Rosa decides to take here with the Valentina.
Yeah. Regardless of what I feel like about the show, this is still a good lineup for Team Falcons and also a great one for Aurora Gaming. I really like this Ruby last pick. It answers a lot of heroes from Team Falcons, including this Hirara. But it's going to be a skills matchup. I think it's a pretty even draft that we're seeing from both teams, both having their own strengths and weaknesses, which will generally tell us that it's going to be up to executions. Entirely on execution. Who is going to take this series?
Well, it's going to come down to execution here. We got two powerhouse teams going to battle it out in this third series of the day here in the Games of the Future 2026. Again, moving forward is all they're focused on, because the team that loses in this best of three will be sent on out alongside the other two teams. We said goodbye today. Let's jump into the Land of Dawn. It's game one in this best of three between Team Falcons and Aurora Gaming.
Starting with the middle part, where you can see Ogwin just scouting out where TNZ will be. Pagu is there for some defense. And with the Season Hunter that you're seeing now for Haji on this arena, it generally means that you can easily take the purple buff, as Kyle is already in the middle, just poking in here. Important damage that they've dealt. But that means that TNZ will have a little bit of leeway, as every second that you waste not hitting onto creeps means that your opposing jungler might have a level ahead of you.
How's this matchup work, Wolf? You know, the Ruby and the Alice, just because we saw Ruby earlier on, but it wasn't necessarily up against an Alice.
Yeah, well, it's a nothing. It's a nothing matchup where nobody will die. So they both, you know, Ruby sustains by lifesteal in the physical form, whereas it's magical form now for the Alice, where you can go for the lifesteal. They both have AoE stuns that is casted on themselves. Yeah.
So it's more just do your thing, I'll do mine.
Exactly. So that's a nothing matchup.
It seems like XP lane, you know, it depends obviously on the heroes picked up, but there are certain situations and matchups where it's just that. It's just going to be a dead lane until it's not, fighting around the objectives, which is going to come up here in a couple seconds. This first turtle for the taking, both teams crowding up around here. There's some poking happen here in the mid lane, but it's nothing that we're used to seeing, where some of the battle spells are burnt out. But Turtle's already started up. It's going really quick, but TNZ gets in there with the Retribution. He's able to go ahead and get the Turtle secured. It looks like Aurora Gaming will play the Discipline route. They'll back off. An arrow's going to be able to land. Are they going to follow through? A big burst of damage as Ogwin picks up the first blood. Throne of Ruin going to be used. And now there's the initiation on Team Falcons. Onto the turret. Flap will be the one to get punished.
Oh, that's, I believe, the way of the dragon copied by the Valentina of Rosa, and with the commitment of the flicker, that also allowed them to isolate a good target, which is Flap. So I think the traits will now favor Aurora Gaming. It's even the jungler, TNZ, to take that kill onto an XP laner, Flap. So overall, that's a really good trade favoring Aurora Gaming.
Yeah, good trades there in the mid. Got a 1-for-1, pretty much even across in terms of gold, but an objective secured by Aurora Gaming. And now that they have their level 4s to play around with, I wonder how many times we'll see Rosa choose this way of the dragon, that ultimate of the Cho to take. Oh, they do burn the flicker out from Ogwin. He saw TNZ show up and he's like, nope, I'm not dealing with that.
Almost a even trade for both teams, I feel like. But there's a little advantage for Aurora.
Flat, there's the kick. They're going to go ahead and mark the target, and it's Pagu. Well, might as well be the tree that you go for. So they get one down. A kill for Team Falcons. But you're seeing it. It's got to be so coordinated. If you want to get a pick off for now from Team Falcons, they continue to put pressure on this side of the jungle, and Ogwin should be able to get away. Flap ate the deadly magics, but he's going to be fine. And now they got to reset because 10 seconds for that turtle to come up.
Set up now for Aurora Gaming. I'm not seeing properly the ultimates. They do have almost all of their ultimates in deck, including this Melissa. And of course, the good thing for both teams is that they can activate their gold laner now because it's near this turn.
I'm offended already uses on Ogwin. Ogwin goes down. He has no crowd control to work with, and Flap has to get out too. Aurora Gaming really winning these team fights. They win the space control around the turtle. Yep. They get the second one of the game.
Yeah, it's pretty easy there for Aurora Gaming. It's because the Throne of Ruin wasn't available. That's the ultimate that they used to take out Pagu, the fight prior to that. Understanding that, Aurora Gaming just blitzed the turtle and the show. It's already having a lot of troubles just facing the Beleric. And if you think about it, the Ruby is one of the traditional ways to counter the Cho because you have that instant cancel, actually, is what they would call it. And the way to cancel that is the second skill of the Ruby, which is the Don't Run Wolf King. So immediately when there's a kick, you pop your second skill and you're already canceling the combo of the Cho. And all of a sudden, as long as the Ruby is there, there is not a legitimate way for Team Falcons to initiate with this Cho.
Yeah, this is maybe one of the reasons why you don't like the Cho that much, you know? Even in the hands of someone like Ogwin, who you consider basically a specialist on it, one of the specialists to be able to make it. You can see it is difficult when you're trying to weave through this, and that's why that Beleric was such a strong pick in the current meta.
Yeah.
You know, usually even if you get a kick, you still get the lockdown with the Wrath of the Dryad, and you kind of just set up this choke point for the Cho, and yes, you can kind of G-Kundo around and try to get away, but it could backfire on you.
Yeah. And there's the setups. I would feel like the Hirara needs to go for pickups right now, but it seems like the bottom lane that they chose, it's not the easiest target. They were able to force the ultimate though, so that's still an important trade. Lunar onto the top lane. Flap has to answer this. And you're gonna feel now that Lunar is much faster than Flap. Flap just, you know, snooze for a little bit and then your turret will be gone. That's how problematic this early game is for Team Falcons, and now Aurora Gaming are just taking advantage of that.
Yeah, this turn on last one, Aurora Gaming has control of it. Third one, I don't think Team Falcons is just really wanting to fight into it because they know they can't win the team fight, so you might as well go ahead and trade it out. Let Marco get a turret. He gets the tier 1 on the bottom. It's one of those cases too where you just kind of need, I feel like with Team Falcons' lineup, you mainly need everybody there for this fight. And Super Marco is going to have to go ahead and scale up on this Clint and see what they can do once this actually breaks out. Because right now, Aurora Gaming is just taking that calm, collective approach.
Yeah.
Lock down our objectives and move on from that.
Yeah. Very calm indeed. And it seems like they're not giving away anything for free. And what this entails is that Team Falcons, if they don't find anything to break this piece, that is to say, they could not win this game.
Yeah, this is one of those cases where even Flap, as we're seeing him, you know, throwing a urine used, it looked like they wanted to potentially go for something. It doesn't happen, but up top, trying to make a play on Lunar under the turret. There's the quick with the way of the dragon. Nice kick there, but it is going to be a trade in kills again, a 1-for-1. They're going to trade the turrets, it looks like, too, if Super Market can go ahead and knock down that tier 2, because Siggy Boom has been working on this one. He'll knock it down before that cannon minion goes. And Aurora Gaming is just opening up the map further here. Rosa holding on to the own way of the dragon. It is a trade up top, so trading for turrets, but right now, Aurora Gaming still owning the map. Let's see what happens here. At this point, now that they've taken it out, you can see the items building up. 1,000 gold lead in the XP lane. That's why they went for Lunar, man. They had to go ahead and slow him down. But even if he's slowed down, it doesn't really matter that much. It's like all he has to do is crowd control, utilize that I'm offended, keep them in place, and follow through. Lord is up now, so this is tough for Team Falcons. They have to approach this team fight carefully. Oh, hold on. Ogwin popping the conceal. Gonna jump forward, spots out TNZ. He'll swing around. Dominant Ice picked up for Ogwin too. He's got a Radiance Armor and a Dominant Ice. I don't know how tanky enough he's gonna be if he's gonna be for this fight. But Aurora Gaming pulls off the Lord for now. Let's see if he can manage. If he can manage to go ahead and take this Lord. It's gonna continue to reset here as they pull back and forth, but Falcons does a good job at least kind of delaying this. They want to keep giving some of that the green camps and the farm over to Super Marco, see if they're ready to fight, see if they can spot something out, whether it's an arrow or maybe a cheeky play from Ogwin here. See if we can make it happen. They want to go for this. Kyle, oh, there's the kick. That's the opening they were looking for, even with the iframes. Kyle's gonna be in trouble. What a kick from Rosa with the stolen Way of the Dragon. And now, without Kyle, Aurora Gaming is gonna make a straight line for this Lord. Team Falcons, though, I don't think they can do anything.
Oh, no. Oh God. That's why I feel like there's the last big choice really questionable for me, Team Falcons. Not only are they not finding the kick that they wanted, they're giving away a kick that is good. You can see the Aurora Gaming took advantage of that, and this is not the first time that Rosa was able to land a way better Way of the Dragon against Team Falcons, and that was the Way of the Dragon of the century for sure. And how about this? The Clint looking for some sort of a play, but he's now getting found out.
Oh,
Super
no.
Marco. Oh no, what were you trying to achieve?
Oh man, Super Marco trapped in the Wrath of the Dryad. Flap jumping in, trying to save him, and now TNZ joining the fight. There's the kick coming out from Ogwin, but look how quickly he goes down. A Deadly Magics will take him out. And Aurora Gaming, they lose TNZ, but now they're focused on Flap. He's gonna gleam away, and they just have so much damage packed into this lineup right now for Aurora.
A lot of mistakes that are committed by side of Team Falcons, I feel like was devastating to look at. And now, if you're Team Falcons, what do? You've wasted a lot for a kill onto TNZ. There still is the Lord knocking in your base. Fortunately for them, they have managed a top lane, so at least it will not be a fast push, but that Lord fight really just now dictates the game now. It's gonna be Aurora Gaming leading the tempo.
The tempo, oh, there's the setup with the Throne of Ruin, able to find two members here, but Kyle goes down and they're still going to fight. Ogwin goes for the kick, but there's Pagu zoning out Super Marco, and now Ogwin's going to be in trouble as Sigiboom will chase him down, gets the dash, but I don't think you're going to be able to catch this Cho, so they just go for the base. TNZ going on forward. They want to go ahead and push into these base turrets, but Team Falcons looked for a moment to stay in this. But now the waves pushing in bottom and mid. Aurora Gaming, knowing they have the numbers advantage, will focus on the mid turret, knocking it down as Rosa holds on to the kick. There's a big pull, and they get rid of Ogwin. They're going to clear out all these waves here, clumped up together, but the rest of Team Falcons is up. So Aurora Gaming takes two base turrets and then retreats.
What a clean take there coming out from Aurora. Really commendable plays that they're doing right now. They are not panicking. They're not overcompensating whatsoever. It seems like they know exactly what to do in this game, and they're winning so well. They know how to hold on to leads, and they know how to siege safely. This alone is going to be enough for them to really take control of this game.
Taking control of it, Aurora has the control right now. Team Falcons has really tried to get themselves an opening of opportunity in this game. They've gotten it to 13 minutes up to this point. You would think that even Super Marco is ready to fight. You can see his items: Endless Battle, Malefic Gun, Berserker's Fury. He's got some damage, but the problem is, can he get in range to use the damage? Even Kyle now picking up the BOD. There just seems to be such a good defense here from Aurora Gaming's lineup, and they're really waiting for these moments for Team Falcons to slip up. They've got to manage the waves here, so Aurora Gaming has control around this Lord, but they are in position. Now Team Falcons, and they make something happen. G-Kondo use on Pagu. He's going to be fine. Holds on to his Wrath of the Dryad, and no one going just yet. But a quarter health on this Lord. Aurora Gaming could go for this. A conceal is going to be used. Ogwin has the immortality. He's going to be spotted out, so it's a reset on the Lord.
Divider reset. It's gonna be. Is this gonna be? I think Aurora Gaming is incentivized to this. This is a half reset only. Very smart there coming up for Aurora. They're gonna take the Lord.
Tienzi gets the Lord, but they're going to go for the fight. Aurora Gaming looks to go ahead and overpower Team Falcons, and Flap barely escaping with 1 HP. Should be able to glean, but Super Marco gets a kill. Ogwin, 1 HP. There's the kick from Rosa. Rosa goes down, but Siggy Boom, unbothered, will unleash here, and Haji has to burn the flicker. Kaya with the eye fringe. Tienzi goes back, and now they have Lunar, Siggy Boom, and Tienzi along this Lord. It's a 3 versus 3. Siggy Boom working through it. Flap jumping in with the gloom. He pops the go away from me. Siggy Boom has all the room to work with, and now Kyle trying to buy time. Tienzi's going to be able to find him. They're going for the next. The Lord is still going to be there, and it's only Haji nearly left. Flap trying to do what he can, but he's also gone as Tienzi gets a double, and now they can lock on the crystal. There's nothing an arrow is going to do here. It's a triple for Tienzi, and Aurora Gaming will take game 1.